Yes, within perhaps the next 15 to 30.
おそらく地球時間で15年後から地球人は我々の存在を当たり前に認識し始めるはずです。地球人は地球外生命体との交流に慣れてゆく必要がある。我々は少しずつその姿を表すことになるでしょう。
皆さんが慣れていくためにゆっくり情報が公開されてるんですよね。だから本当にそのケネディが暗殺されてね、ウォーレン報告書のね全貌が公開される2039年に向けてね、今もうまさにこうやって宇宙の情報が出てきてるってことだよね。
闇に消えたアポロ計画のその先、月面のヒューメイリア、想像を絶する宇宙の真実が徐々に明らかになってゆく今こそ、人類は新たな価値観を受け入れ、宇宙とつながることで次の次元へと上昇する。
宇宙とつながる第7巻、進化するテクノロジー、この2つが高次元で融合することで人類はさらなる進化を遂げるのです。2018年、先進テクノロジー文明が到来したのです。新たな進化に対応してください。2018、18に隠された数字のアナグラム、666は果たして悪の数字なのか、それとも宇宙とつながる数字なのか。信じるか信じないかはあなた次第です。
はい、じゃあ今日もスピリチュアルに撮っていきたいと思います。としあきさんお願いします。
はい、お願いします。今回のテーマは、チャネリングって一体何のことっていうところから話してもらいたいんですけど、で、実際皆さんはそういったチャネリングをできる方と会ったこともあると思うんですね。まあ、その辺で感じたこととか、得たこととかあれば、さっきからに話してもらいたいですね。
チャネリングは、先天的にそういう才能がある人もいれば、後天的に身につけていく人もいると思うんだけども、チャネリングというのは、自分のチャンネル、周波数を肉体のない、例えば地球外生命体とか、違う惑星に住む高次の存在、高次元の存在とチャンネルを合わすということです。そうすることによって、彼ら、高次元の存在からのメッセージを自分の体を通じて、自分の声を通じて翻訳していく。そういう能力がある人、チャネラーっていう。例えば、僕がバシャールさんという宇宙存在の方とね、ロサンゼルスでお会いしたときは、ダリル・ワンカさんというチャネラーが、そういう対談セッションが行われたのが1987年なんですよ。で、その頃からダリルさんがチャネリングやってる。で、ダリルさんという、この人は本当にもう普通人間です。に、バシャールという意識体を、ダリルさんを通じて、ダリルさんの肉体で話してるんだけども、ダリルさん瞑想状態で自分の意識っていうのを一回眠らせて、バシャールの言葉をスッとこう、自分に入れて出していくっていう。かなり高度な技術だと思うし、僕は全然っていうか、そういう感じ、チャネリングって。
Your purpose in life is to be yourself as fully as you can, and this is the method that makes it easiest to do that. If you are not you, how can you help others? So you have to love yourself and be yourself, then you can help others as your true self. And when the true you is helping others, because you are connected, then you are also helping yourself. It's just the nature of existence. There is positive energy, there is negative energy, and there is the neutral space in between. That's why creation is not a duality, it's a trinity. However, the balance of energy in creation is actually just ever so slightly more positive than negative, because the neutral state is a balanced state that still still allows you to make a positive or negative choice. Therefore, you could say creation is sort of 49% negative and 51% positive because of the neutral state in the middle, allowing you to make whatever choice you want. Everyone is married to everyone in our eyes. We operate on what we would call synchronism, which is the total trust of synchronicity, bringing the people together that need to be brought together for whatever purpose they need to be brought together, and we trust that. When you give up the ego, you're no longer physical. You're dying. Imagine you are standing on a boat in the ocean. Let's say that's the spirit world. Now, you want to have a physical experience. That's diving into the ocean. In order to see clearly, when you dive under the water, you need to wear a diving mask. The diving mask allows you to have a clear experience of being underwater so that you can see all of the fish and all of the coral clearly without it being blurry. When you go back up to the boat, you take your diving mask off. The diving mask is the ego. Many of them exist in what you would call indigenous societies on your planet. Societies that are living close to nature. Doesn't mean you have to, but that's where most of them happen to be. It is the natural cycle of the energetic rhythms of your planet in general. Because between the hours of 2 and 4 in the morning, there is more energy opening up to more dimensions. In other words, portals are opening up. And you can receive more energy and information from other dimensions through those portals that are at their peak between 2 and 4 a.m. Remember that because that time frame means that the portals are open to more dimensions, it's easier for you when you are asleep then to go out of the body and visit the spirit dimensions and recharge yourself. Know yourself, love yourself, be yourself. Your role is to be yourself as fully as you can.
A little say good day to you all. We thank you for the co-creation of this interaction and for allowing us to transmit to you in this way our perceptions, our perspective of various ideas, various concepts that we will now discuss. I'm a very, very different person today than if you knew me, 35, 40 years ago. I feel much more that I am the creator of my reality. I feel much more transparent. I feel much more in tune with existence itself. I see the structure more transparently every day. The underlying structure of existence itself, and things become kind of, I guess for lack of a better term, they become kind of obvious. It's sort of as Bashar said one time, it's like, well, if you're holding a red rose and somebody asks you what color the rose is, you say red. Well, is that an opinion? No, it's an observation. So many of the things that people still look at as opinions or theories, from Bashar's perspective, the information he's delivering, it's not an opinion, it's actually an observation, because he can see the underlying structure of existence. And that's rubbed off on me more and more and more every day. So certainly I feel that life is more joyful, less effort is expended. Things happen much more synchronistically, much more magically, if you want to use that word. Sometimes the synchronicities that happen are absolutely ridiculous, one thing after another. You'll think of one thing and moments later, suddenly you'll get that thing or see that thing, or it will just appear with absolutely no idea how it got there. These things are really what the way life, in a sense, can be when you allow it to be that way. And I'm experiencing more and more and more of that every day. Of course, again, I was born here. I was raised with, similar belief systems to a lot of people, similar limitations. But again, that's my journey, is to transform those limitations in ways that are reflective of who I chose to be. But I do feel that certainly after 30 years of channeling Bashar, I'm doing that with far more ease and far more joy and far more understanding.
Generally speaking, my species lives to approximately, on average, about 300 of your years. All right?
And like where you stay at, is it like in this dimension or like in this?
It is in another parallel dimension, another parallel reality that can seem just as physically real if you shift there as yours does to you. But it is another parallel reality that's invisible to you unless you shift your frequency to our reality, just as your reality is invisible to us unless we shift our frequency into your reality.
Okay.
Our planet, in that sense, is similar to yours, although a little bit different. It's a little bit smaller, it has more water, it has more oxygen. You could live there, you could breathe there with a slight adjustment. You might be a little bit dizzy at first because of the high oxygen content. We are approximately 111 million miles from our star. It is normally temperate all year round. We don't really have seasons. We don't really have an axial tilt. We do not, in that sense, thus then experience anything more or less than about 3 or 4 to 5 degrees maximum above or below about what you would call 70 degrees Fahrenheit. The idea, thus then, is that our shape is approximately 5 feet tall, whitish, gray skin coloration. The males have no hair, the females do. It tends to be white. Our eyes are larger than yours. Our heads are slightly larger than yours. Our bodies are, in that sense, thinner in general than most of yours. We are a hybrid civilization that was actually created as a genetic agenda, as a genetic program between human DNA on Earth and the DNA of another civilization you often refer to as the Greys, which are not really aliens, but a mutated species of humans from a parallel reality that destroyed their planet, and knew that the only way they could continue their civilization was to find viable human DNA, since they could no longer reproduce, and thus then they tunneled into your parallel reality to extract viable human DNA to create hybrid species such as myself in order for their civilization to continue. Does that help you?
Yes. Yeah. Yep, that helped me a lot. Thank you, man.
Thank you!
か。チャンネル登録、拡散、よろしくね。